I'm Jim Little, and this week we're bringing on a new co-host, Jordan Hayes. This is This Week on the Plains.
Where am I?
This week, former Plainsman editor wins Emmy for NBC News coverage of Boston bombing.
And an equestrian writer combines art and athletics. This week on the Plains.
Earlier this week, U.S. District Judge Callie V.S. Granade struck down Alabama's gay marriage ban. Granade put a 14-day stay on a ruling, giving the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals till February 9th to decide whether to extend the stay or let the ruling go into effect, in which case Alabama will be the 37th state to allow gay marriage.
After nearly 7 months of construction, Chicken Salad Chick will finally be opening at Foy Hall, Tuesday, February 10th. This is the first Chicken Salad Chick to open on a college campus and is expected to have over 800 students per day.
Joining me now is Chris Martins, who wrote a story about an Auburn alum winning an Emmy. Tell us about that.
All right, so David Ingram is the one who won the Emmy. He is a 2008 grad in journalism, and he was involved in working with the Boston Marathon bombing coverage. And so is his team. He's a producer at NBC News. And so they did some investigating in Watertown, Massachusetts one night and found some information and rolled with it. So they were nominated in the summer of 2014 for this outstanding coverage, and then they won in the fall. So I just spoke with him a little bit about how that's like, considering he came from Auburn, and he was actually on staff at ThePlainsman during his time.
Okay. Well, you can read about that story this week, and Chris also has another story about on-campus reactions to the gay marriage ruling. So check that out on The Plainsman.
We're here with Derek Thompson, sports reporter with the Auburn Plainsman, and he interviewed Danielle Long this week, an equestrian writer and also the team photographer. She also has autism spectrum disorder. Can you tell me more about how she was first diagnosed?
Yeah, she transferred from, well, she was homeschooled. She in Alaska, so she came to Auburn, and she was having trouble comprehending things. She was studying with friends, trying all these different ways to learn, and it just wasn't working. So finally, the team got her hooked up with Auburn's psychology department, and it went from there, and it's worked out. They got her treated. Everything's fine.
What does the coach think about her being a team member and a photographer?
They all think it's really cool. They think it's because it's a role that nobody had on the team before her, so she kind of took it on herself. And everybody loves her pictures. Like, everybody in the team will, whenever she's shooting, everybody will try to jump in the picture. They all love her pictures on Facebook and the athletic site, so it kind of brings them all together.
All right, thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Jordan.
You can read about those stories and more this week in the Auburn Plainsman.
And be sure to check out the housing tab in this week's print edition.